we are really, really, we are really, really, I don't know what to say. We're really, really honored, and it's a great, great pleasure to have ma'am here today with us. And she took out time, especially for us to deliver this session. So the stage is all yours, ma'am. And yes, please, you may go ahead.
Thank you, Harsha, for that awesome introduction. And your energy spoke more than what the words spoke. So thank you so much for all those awesome words that you just said and introducing me. Truly, it's my honor, my privilege to be here. Thanks for the
Thank you,
invite.
ma'am. Yes.
Really a pleasure to be here among enthusiastic learners, teachers with great experiences. And I'm also going to learn a lot in this gathering, I'm sure. So, before I begin today's session, I'll just switch off my video for a while and I'll speak to you. So,
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
worry, I'm here. Okay. So just relax, everybody, and stay still. Take, be in the most comfortable posture that you can be. Just gently close your eyes. Imagine yourself in this huge stadium. You are on the circular racetrack. And this racetrack has no markings of start or stop. Along with you on this racetrack, the circular track, there are many more people, some known to you, some not known to you. Down the track at a distance of every 50 centimeter at the side of the track, there are some counters which you see. There are counters of different objects. One counter is full with gadgets. After 50 meters, there is another counter full of clothes and accessories and jewelry. Another counter, you have lemonade. Then another, there are books. Then another one full of stationery items. Another counter, there are only mat on the ground. A lot of mats are just laid there. Further on, there is money of currency of every country. There's money available there. And you are told that you have to move around at the blow of a whistle with the crowd. It is completely up to you where you stop or how long you stop. And you have to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving around the track and be alert when the second whistle is blown. And everyone is ready to hear the first whistle because everyone wants to start walking and using all those things that are there. They're enticing, they're so appealing, and the whistle is blown. Suddenly, you see people pushing and discussing where to go. There is so much of excitement of moving forward. Among this crowd, you also see this guy who's not affected by the confusion that is happening and not focused on the speed or collecting things or anything, but just at his pace, he's moving. And you constantly are so attracted to this person that you follow this person. And the rest of the crowd is like there is so much of rush in the counter which is distributing money. There is so much of rush in the entertainment counter. There is so much of rush in the accessories counter. This man takes the money, he takes whatever he needs, and he moves forward. He takes the lemonade, he rests for a while on the mat. Again, when he walks, he feels that, okay, he needs a second lemonade. So he comes back, he takes the lemonade again, and he moves forward again. And you are just following this person because you like the attitude of this person. And then you look at the crowd. Some are hoarding, and some are running and so tired, but they want to take everything. They want to hold on to everything. And suddenly, the second whistle blows. The race is stopped, and it is announced that all those people who have dropped things or cannot hold will not be entering this special door, the wish door. And WAISH, this wish door, success, health, and happiness. And there is only one person will be. Knew exactly when to pause, when to rest, what to collect, what he needs, when to take 2 steps forward, when to increase the speed. And then slowly you understand, and you have so many questions for yourself. You have so many thoughts going around in your mind. And then slowly and steadily, you gently open your eyes. Thank you, dear teachers, principals, and all the well-wishers over here who were a part of this journey. This was a visualization journey. And if we take the stadium as the world, and if we take the track as a life, and if we take all life, they are part of life. So hold that thought with you, because why I started with this visualization was that this will be point for our session today. With that, I'll just and move forward with that. Archia, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely perfect.
Okay, thank you. So, implementing NEP 2020 in classrooms. Do excuse me if I pick up speed in the first part of the session, because it is not about knowing NEP. We have attended, I think, a lot of webinars on what is NEP, but it is important for us to visit, revisit, and revise the main features of NEP. So I'll quickly rush through NEP, and it's more about, this session is more about implementing NEP in the classrooms. So the 9-point agenda: vision, early childhood, how children will learn, curriculum, learning outcomes, school complex accreditation, teachers' education, new features, key focus areas, goals, and implementation plan. So this is the 9-point agenda that they talk about. These are the main abbreviations that we need to know, especially as primary teachers. Early childhood care education, national curricula, pedagogy framework, then foundation literacy and
Ma'am,
numeracy, all these.
I'm so
Yes?
sorry for interrupting you. Actually, you have to go to your Zoom, and then there will be a
Yeah.
security option. So you have to off the annotation option for the users. So this
Okay.
particular lines which are coming will not come.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
Should I reshare?
Yes, ma'am. You can reshare, so it will be all right then.
Yeah, it will always, it's better. Okay. Just a minute. Victor? I cannot see my screen. Wait. Is it all right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, 9-point agenda. And we have these abbreviations that we need to be familiar with. Then early childhood education institutions, which are they? Anganwadis, ashram shalas, balvatikas, how to reach the goal through Diksha, through uh, professional development of teachers and Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Curriculum features, significance of preschool, the curriculum, pedagogical approaches, all these are part of national education policy. The vision is about equitable knowledge society, a sense of respect for the constitution, skills, values, and global living for a sustainable development. So that is goal 4, that is SDG 4, respect for diversity, equity, inclusion, community, and participation. So focusing on conceptual learning. So universal access to early childhood care and education, that is ECCE, and it has been given a lot of importance in national education policy, especially the early years. The timelines for implementation in NEP 2020. It was supposed to start by 21-22, but 22-23 is still seeing that it's not gained momentum, but yes, it is there, being implemented at micro levels in different areas. So we will see that it will be implemented very soon. Full-fledged implementation will take some time, but it will definitely we'll be definitely going ahead this year with it. So it has the 3 phases, 2021, 22. It was supposed to implemented grade 1, 1 year of pre-primary and 3-month preparatory module for children. That was phase 1, then phase 2, and then the phase 3, which speaks about the board pattern. Attainment of foundation literacy and numeracy, which is FLN by grade 3. So foundation skills, national mission, book promotion, early learn, these are all mentioned over in NEP, and we are familiar with it. So this is the national mission, is attainment of foundation literacy and numeracy by grade 3. Why? Because there are among the primary children who there is a majority who still find difficulty in literacy and numeracy skills. So that is why this is on mission mode. By grade 3, attaining this FLN is the main mission of NEP. It could be through libraries, through knowledge sharing, through books, repositories, and textbooks with local content and flavor. So even the languages can be incorporated, bilingual way of teaching, focusing on learning outcomes, competencies, and subject integration. So these are all a part of national education policy, competency-based, no silos, emphasis on digital literacy. Core essentials, critical thinking, interactive classes. In the past, I think 2 years, we have attended, I don't know how many webinars on competency-based, core essentials, critical thinking, interactive classes. It's like embedded now in our heart and mind completely. So yes, this is what NEP is all about. And we got to be thorough with it. We got to revisit and make it a part of our system to implement it. That's all. So more focus on how children will learn. Multiple intelligences, understanding of the left and the right brain, especially in the formative years, how it affects and what all activities can be done. Experiential learning, integrated pedagogy, equal weightage, bagless days, use of technology, reduction in curriculum. So it's not about loading the child with the information, but working on skills, working on values, working on emotions, working on communication skills, project-based, play-based, and we just have to choose. There is, especially when we talk about primary, we have the liberty of choosing for our children, for the school where we are working, or our own set of community. We can always implement these methodologies and pedagogies, which promote teamwork, collaboration, ethics, self-identity, emotional development, behavior, and play-based learning. So mental and physical health and well-being is also a part of national education policy, and it is a huge part, which is generally it's overlooked and not given so much importance. But if we are looking at equity, if we are looking at universalization in education, this part, mental and physical health and well-being, not just of students, but of teachers too, it's extremely crucial. So including everyone with health checkups and equality, and the gender equality has to be there, and multi-age grouping, avoid formal instruction, and ensure careful inclusion of children with disability. Special support for gifted students, special talents, Olympiads, all these will continue. Parak is again performance analysis, assessment, review, and analysis of knowledge for holistic development. It will be a kind of assessment, could be online. So the authorities will be setting up, or they'll be setting Parak portals and performance assessment where performance can be assessed online. National Testing Agency, NTA, will also be developing software-based material for assessment. Now, assessment in preschool is not grade-based. It's more of supervising and observing them, their behaviors and their milestones. So it's not so much as grade-based, but yes, it will be based more on supervision and observation. So monitoring and supportive supervision. And this is the structure which has been replaced. I mean, earlier it was 10 plus 2, and now it is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So foundational learning curriculum, age group 3 to 8 years, divided into 2 parts. 3 to 6 years, ECCE, 6 to 8 years, grade 1 and 2, then preparatory class. So 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That's the structure which we need to be familiar with. Then these are the expected outcomes of the NEP, that is universalization of access from ECCE to secondary schools, attaining the SDG Sustainable Development Goals, resource sharing, equity and inclusion, achievement of learning outcomes, focus on 21st century skills. All this will be the expected outcomes of NEP. Multilingualism and power of language learning, school complexes and clusters, sharing of resources. It could be government schools getting together with, partnering with public schools or vice versa. Anything could be done to utilize and share resources which are generally unused by schools. They can always share. So before I move forward, we know what NEP, an overview. It was just an overview of the entire NEP. That is, you should be familiar with the structure, the pedagogies, the outcomes, and the 9-point agenda, and the basic abbreviations that are mentioned in NEP regarding teachers, trainings, and the pedagogies that are mentioned. So all that gives you a bird's eye view of NEP. So that's all. To start, we need to have these important points in our mind for NEP. That's all. Now, if we talk about implementation, implementation can begin anywhere, anytime. We don't have to wait for schools to open. It can be done online, offline as well. So if we are still stuck in our houses with our monitor, we need to make the most of it. We have to make use of the technology that has been given to us as a gift. So that's how we're going to implement it at our own levels, at our own micro levels. So this is the traditional classroom. Lately, we have this classroom and we have children of different learning styles. And sometimes they have this kind of, disinterest, not disinterest. Probably this child is thinking of, in her own imagination, or maybe going to the next level, or maybe finding the topic boring, what is going on. She already knows, she's a gifted child, we don't know. So these kind of things we need to identify in our classrooms. When we talk about primary, circle time has great power because it instills listening skills in children. There are a lot of values that can be imbibed through circle time. So it's the soft power of circle time just cannot be ignored in the classroom. And just you leave children with little pots and pans. You don't need expensive stuff, and they'll be on their own. If you observe them, the children are always on their own. They learn on their own. They'll explore, they'll discover, they interact, because those skills come naturally to them. So we need to have that deep observation for children with the right kind of supervision too. So this is a class which, the beginning, the class is really energetic, but after the break, this is what happens in the class. Someone is sleeping, someone is talking, someone is just not interested. So this slide is, I took it because this reminds me of my class, especially after the break. First few hours is good because they are fresh and, energetic, and they want to do things. But after the break, to get them to do something, it's very difficult. So this was a class where I had actually prepared. This is not my class, but I've just taken it from the net. But yes, this I was taking this class. I was really prepared for introducing a concept in mathematics, and very sure that children are going to love it because I had planned so well. But then this child in the corner, he was just least interested, and he was making something, and he made a wonderful paper plane out of paper. And I asked him, I went close to him and I asked him that, how did you make this? This is awesome. And he was like trying to hide it, but then he was looking at me like, do I really mean what I said? He said, I mean, he had a look that, whether I'm angry or what. So, or do I really mean it? And then I said, yes, I mean it. I want to learn, and I want you to teach the children. And he was more than happy. He came up and he knew exactly where the children will falter, what help they'll need, where, and how to fold and everything. He could explain it way better than I could. So then that was a great learning experience for me, that as a teacher, I may be the best, or I may have planned the best pedagogies for the class, but are the children interested? The look of your class, especially the children, their faces will tell you whether you are going on the right track or not. Nothing else matters, actually. It's the expression on their face. If they're interested, they will not seek fun somewhere else. They'll not seek joy somewhere else. So that is the biggest cue for any teacher. And this boy, he taught the entire class how to fold aeroplanes. And immediately when we went out in the field, and we were flying aeroplanes all over the place. So these kind of things have occurred with me a lot in classes where I have given the liberty to children to take over the class from me. And it has got amazing results too. So let's move ahead from what to how. We have, till now, we have understood what NEP is, and now, am I visible, Varsha? Yeah, so we have a currency game coming up. So this webinar is about implementation of NEP. So let me see. Yeah. Okay. So the currency game is like, suppose I have this currency and I have this currency. So then what happens is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we'll not go into the higher level, that is secondary school level, but primary school level games I'm going to tell, and you can take it to the next level. There's no hard and fast rule. Now the game is that okay? Now there'll be a timer also, so that is why I'm trying to explain it over here. Alphabetical order, you have to, you can type it on the chat, or if you can unmute yourself, then also you can do that. So alphabetical order.
If you can
Yes.
stop
Yes, sir.
sharing a PPT, then you will be spotlighted on the entire screen. So I think it will be easier for the teachers to see.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, Harsha, I need the screen also
All right.
simultaneously. So this, this is like temporary, just to show them the board, but it is there on the PPT. So the game is that you have to arrange the currencies in the alphabetical order. So if this is dollar and rupee, so dollar D will come first and then rupee will come second, right? So then you can do it in for higher classes value, converting the values, and they calculate it, and then ascending order and descending order can be done that way also if you're going to the next level. But we'll do only the basic level over here. Okay, ready? All right. So I'm going to start the timer too. I'm not giving much time. So whoever can, fastest finger first. All right, ready? Guess the currency, arrange them in alphabetical order. Here it is. Visible?
Yes.
Okay. 20 seconds only. Bell will go. Any answers?
Yeah, we have Euro and Bitcoin from Miss Anisha and Miss Usha.
Okay.
And
all right. Thank you. Thank you for the participation. It's not about right or wrong answers. It's about your participation. And for children also, we need them to get involved, get engaged in this. All right, the next game. I'll have to go to the next screen. All right. Now this is like, this is again the language of children. We need to understand the language of children, right? So it is the online language. You can use a lot of logos they are familiar with, like, Insta, FB. It's their language, it's their world. Or you can use the signs that are given on this ribbon, the Zoom ribbon, or any kind of videos. There are umpteen ways. So again, I'll start the timer, and you can identify any symbol and you can write on the chat. Any symbol. As many as you can, you identify. Okay? Your time starts now. There you go. 20 seconds.
there are a lot of answers.
All right. So, could you read out the answers, Harsha? One or two?
There are a lot of answers. We have Wi-Fi, rewind, forward,
pause. Excellent. 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 So this game can be played in a variety of ways. All right. So now we move on to the next. Oh, okay. This is my favorite. I'll have to use the screen again to show you. Only 3 moves. Turn the triangle upside down. Now, I don't know how the triangle looks, but I'll just share it over here right now as I remember. Now, suppose this is the triangle. Can you see? I mean, this of circles.
Yes.
Yes. Now you can move only three circles to make the triangle upside down. That is, the base should be on top. Yeah. Like this. It should look like this, but you can only move 3. Make only 3 moves. You cannot move this one and that one and that one and that one. Ready? Should I start the timer?
I think yes, ma'am.
Okay. There you go.
Loads of answers coming up three, all.
Okay. Let me see the answers. Okay, up three from upside. Okay. Up three. Like you're telling that all these three should go here, right? So then, but then what will happen? We need this circle on top. We need, anyone wants to speak, then I think they'll be able to explain better.
Yes, please, all the participants, if anyone is up for speaking, please do.
Okay. Okay, so I'll share the first move. What was it? Yeah, so you take this circle first. This is your first move, right? Now it's easy. 2 more moves only.
Okay, rotate from right to left. Miss Sudha told this.
Right to left. You cannot rotate the whole figure. Yeah. No. Only suppose these are coins, so only 2 coins can be moved. Only 2 coins
from
can
second row we need to take 2 circles to last row.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That becomes the base. So this is the second row, and you bring this down and you bring this down. This becomes the base, and then you have again. Yeah, that's how. Okay, so we have another game. Now this is easy. I'll start the timer, and let me check which game is this. Yeah. Okay. So this is a paragraph, and I'll start the timer. You have to quickly count how many times the word cat appears in the paragraph. Okay. Ready? Let's begin. Should I stop? Yeah. So on chat, I think we have lots of answers, and some are saying 4, 5, 4, 5, 3. Wow. Okay. So the correct answer. 5 times. You can use your voice while presenting for children, and you don't have to be a great singer, please. Children love you as you are, especially in the primary. If we talk, they are not there to judge you. They are there to love you, to share your love. So whatever you sing will be like a rock star for them. You will be like a rock star for them. So go ahead with that. And show them a picture. And if you have taught them anything on rain, they'll come up themselves. We don't have to sing it out for them. If they are familiar, maybe they'll come up with something new, which their grandma has taught them. So which the entire class can learn. So, it's always better that things come from children. So here it is.
La 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 la
So
la.
I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Oh, don't you?
La 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 la.
Okay. Now this one, the focus is this. So which rhyme or which song comes into your mind? Then you look at this picture. Wheels on the bus, right? Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round. Okay. Then this one reminds them of another
Old MacDonald had a farm.
right, right, right.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah. So then, thank you, thank you. Really love your participation. Then you have these sounds where they have to identify the animal sounds. So
Dog. Dog. Dog.
parrot,
Elephant.
Cow.
Elephant.
Lion.
yeah,
Monkey.
right.
Dog.
Dog.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Lion.
Monkey. Monkey.
All right. Now these are again very interesting activities that can be given to children. Right. I have given it to nursery level children too, just to test their skills, their logical thinking, and their analytical and sequencing. So they figure out very simple ones. We can start with the rectangle shapes that they are doing, or recognizing the colors or the letters or the numbers. So they identify the sequence and they love doing this. And I keep increasing the challenge. So this can be done online too. So we need to have our learning outcomes ready, preparation, observation, flexibility, voice modulation. All this we got to use in our classes to make it more effective and engaging for our children. So these are the evolving elements of elementary education. And yes, preparation is the key forward. And sustainable environment, we need to at least introduce them to the word environment, to the word sustainable, so that when they go to higher classes, they are familiar with these words. We needn't test them on such big words, but auditory, yes, we need to make them familiar by talking about them, building stories around these terms. So build communities and develop life skills. So universal access for children 3 to 6 years, high quality education at Anganwadis, and significance of preschool. Primary school is more than important. It's the crux. It's the foundation. If we have dropouts, if we have children, not able to cope up with failure in secondary school, then I think something needs to be done over here at the primary level. Something very sincerely it has to be done, because we are preparing our children for life. And if we make a strong foundation for them, nothing like that. So designing a child-friendly learning environment, activity areas, play environment, role of teachers. Now this is a classroom which every teacher, I think, dreads. I mean, this looks really, really good on picture. some children are sitting over here, some children are doing, playing music, some children are playing, painting. But in a real classroom, if you're going to have like this kind of a classroom, I'm sure that there'll be like someone pulling your hair and someone fighting in the corner, and then you become a counselor, then you become a coach, and then you become something else, but not a teacher. Because to have this kind of environment, we need to start at basic level, very basic level. That is, divide the class into just two groups. One group will do this and one group will do that. And then exchange. And then gradually change it to three groups. If we start with this kind of a picture of 4 groups, definitely we're not going to achieve the learning outcome that we are looking for. So a step-by-step approach will be the best. What's my mindset as a teacher? We need to work on our mindset. Is this too difficult a task, or is it I'm getting bogged down with a lot of work, or this is not my cup of tea? I'm going to do the traditional method. That's it. Or this is not my. It's not for me. So then you have already created a block. So that mindset needs to change, and it has changed. And you need to be really proud. Each one of you have risen to the occasion and learned technology like never before. So that kind of mindset, just be sure that you move forward with that kind of mindset. Distractions will be there, but then know when to rest, when to pause. Remember the visualization exercise that we did in the beginning? That is what mindsets are all about. And that is a daily habit, a daily routine that you build for yourself. Collaborate with teachers and form proper lesson plans. I will be sharing a lesson plan which I had done for HarperCollins just recently, keeping a national education policy in mind. So here, you can take ideas from here and you can develop your own lesson plan. Now, what was the lesson plan? Suppose there is any lesson, anything that you want to take up. Please see that you have the learning outcome of that lesson, whether it be numbers, environment, anything that you're taking, play-based, activity-based, project-based, learning outcome has to be clear. At the end of this is going to be my target. This I have to achieve, children have to achieve this. That's it. Then the type of activity, whether it is a large group activity, small group activity, or individual activity that you're going to incorporate in your lesson plan. Okay, and now children understand to play. That is their language. Simple and period. They don't understand any other lectures or demonstrations or no, they don't. Sorry. You have to enter their field, their world of games and play. So there is no topic on earth for children where you can't think of a game, where you can't think of an activity. It is all there. You just need to incorporate and combine it, and that's it. Then there is an active plan and a conscious plan too. Conscious plan is like, developing the inner consciousness through circle time, through discussions, through genuine feedback from children, knowing their world, letting them talk and listen to each other. So the different topics were taken, and yes, this is the lesson design that you can take ideas from: game plan, structured plan, worksheets, tech tools. Now, when you talk about a structured plan, it's like what kind of worksheets you're going to use and what are the technological tools that you're going to use while doing that, conducting that lesson or going through that lesson with the children. So all that can be mentioned there. Active plan are your songs, your rhymes, your stories. There's so much there. Drama, role play, all that will come in active plan. And game plan is only play, nothing else. Play. And conscious is again the inner consciousness. How to invoke that in, embedding the topic in that. Then after planning that, you can have a reflection page. For maybe the reflection page is not like a weekly, can be over the month. Over the month, you can have a monthly plan. Noticeable effective behaviors, collaborative support if you got from teachers or technology, or even talk about challenges. Very important that you talk about the challenges that you faced, whether it was a difficult task. Did you feel there was any support required? Did you feel there was a discipline issue? Did you feel overstressed while doing? Mention it, because what you record over here is going to help other teachers. So, and you will come up with a better plan. Partnership with parents and community. So parent education, engaging parents, all this is required. And transition of children. Again, NEP talks about this. Children transition has to be smooth. These are some of the vocabulary games. And the left brain and the right brain. Every teacher needs to have the just the basic idea of the left brain and the right brain functions of the brain, right? Because when we are dealing with young minds, we need to have this kind of perspective and understanding of how the brains function and how certain interest can be generated in topics through activities. So these are some things which I used. And yes, this is like when the lockdown happened, it was difficult, but yes, we were part of hashtag PAL, Plant a Legacy. We planted tree saplings. This was a sound activity that I did 2 years, or I think before Corona, 3 years back. So this was. No, why I share that activity is because it's not that hours and hours you have to allow children to scream and shout, but that activity is only for the time that you have seen. Okay. And that becomes the basis for them to read, to write, all those things which are there in my mind, which I want them, my learning outcomes, you know. That's because play entices them like anything. They'll do anything. So they'll finish their worksheets fast just because they want to spend that 2 minutes, they want to scream but again, when you're doing the activities, make sure that the rules are specified very well, that they cannot bully, they cannot push, and everything is followed without even raising my voice, because that is their language. Play. if we talk to them in their language, they will listen, they will do, and you will achieve the outcomes for sure. These are some more activities with parents, including the parents outside and inside. So, yeah. Some more pictures, yes. Inculcating reading in children, the reading habits. Then we have a lot of reading games. This is their favorite, chit games. So there are action words, there are adjective words, there are compound words. So all those concepts can be introduced through chits. They don't even write, but they just know it. They learn spellings also through these games. Now we come to the tech tools. I have tried my best to incorporate all the tech tools in these past 2 years. We have come across so many of them and use them also in our interaction with children. But let me tell you, you don't have to get overwhelmed with such a huge, treasure of technology. It's actually a treasure. But if you look at it like this, with all the tools in one place and using all the tools at the same time, it becomes really, really stressful. So make sure that you use at least 2 new tech tools, maybe once a week or every week, one tool that you use. And it's very easy. You just have to go there, explore, and that's about it. And use it in your class. So the tech tools are there to stay. And the sooner we learn them, the better it is for us and for our children too. So this was a tech tool that I used. It's, I think, a 3D Bear. So it was really amazing. And you can just give a picture to the children. And when they see you on the picture or a familiar face, you can start your creative writing. You can start your discussions. You can have conversations around that picture because they are interested. They see familiar faces and they will be engaged instantly. And homework app. So all of you have come to this portal of homework app. Homework app, let me tell you, is amazing. I have used it. I have downloaded it. And it is like, if National Education Policy is talking about Diksha, that is digital knowledge sharing, homework app is all there for your support, whether you are a parent, your teacher, or a student, or vice principal, principal. It is there for everyone because it has, a lot of interactive, it has not videos, but yes, it has worksheets which are self-assessed. MCQs are there. There are case studies which you can go through, and it's going to be of great help to you. I'm sure of that. So you can explore, download it, explore it, and it's free. Please explore it. Health and well-being. When we talk about that, how to incorporate it, use of affirmations, formation of habits, understanding and acknowledging emotions, health programs. We need health programs for our children. We need happiness programs for our children. Focus on values, worksheets, activities, all these things. How to integrate sports, identifying the interest of the child, understanding the dimensions of the play equipment, the playground, finding more about what it is made up of. So your geography, your mathematics, your science, everything is included in that. Which countries play that sport? Known sports personalities, case studies based on games, values, discipline, all these can be incorporated through sports integration. Surrounding environment, there is like, realia is there, then going playing from 2D to 3D games. You can play a lot, and how to do it, working on the sensorial aspects, the project and theme-based topics, deep learning, invoking curiosity, all this art forms can be used. Then games, there is no dearth of games. Even if you search online, you'll find n number of games. So make sure that becomes a part of the teaching learning process. So visualization, which we had done in the beginning, make sure you move forward with all these activities. You can plan one by one, everything together. Please don't overwhelm yourself with everything together. Just stay safe, relax, and take one thing at a time. And children are happy because they don't have a file in their minds called all the things that go wrong. They just believe in magic and they move ahead. So we need to have that kind of attitude. Childhood is not a race to see how quickly a child can read, write, and count. Childhood is a small window of time to learn and develop at the pace which is right for each individual. So thank you so much for your participation and for being here. Thank you to Homework App and Harsha and Sahil, the team. Yeah.
So, ma'am, we have a small vote of thanks prepared for you. And yeah, we would really, really like you to just stay in the session for under 2-3 minutes. I mean, that was a wonderful session which started from visualization, which was very new to me as well. My childhood passed and I didn't got a teacher like ma'am who can actually give me that kind of an education. But yes, really missing it right now. So I deem it a really, really great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this enlightening session we all had today, just because, of Miss Neena. And on the behalf of all of us, the Homework App and team, we would like to thank all the educators as well present here today, and a warm gratitude to ma'am for taking the necessary time out of a busy schedule and grace us with the immense knowledge in the field of NEP, CBSE, and how to exactly implement it in the classrooms. So yes, thank you so much, ma'am, and a warm regards to you. Really, really hope to see you again.
Thank you. I really enjoyed presenting today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, educators will be sharing the feedback link right now, so you all can fill that for the certificates. Yeah, and we'll reach out to you soon.
Okay.
So yes, ma'am, like you would not really have already taken like too much of your time. I guess it's already 5:40 around. And yes, thank you so much for your presence here today, ma'am. It means a lot to us.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.